Okay, I know what you're all thinking. Well, actually I don't, but I bet overall your emotions are mixed between disappointment, sadness, anger, and salt. If you're unaware and couldn't tell by now, I lost. And I take complete blame for it. It's my fault I came in unprepared and with little practice. Compare that to Tyler, who spent hours under the radar testing and perfecting this pool strategy that caught everyone by surprise, so rightfully he deserves this series win, and the whole tournament win overall. Congrats to him, although I still can't help but feel I disappointed a lot of you. But I probably shouldn't feel too bad considering I lost to the person who won the whole thing. I guess you could say unlucky to the tournament brackets. Not to say I would have beaten everyone else though. Candy gave Tyler a huge run for his money in the final match, and you can't underestimate anyone else who played. So the first point of business I want to bring up is the ensuing salt I witnessed after the match. I went to check out Tyler's announcement video right after to see the reaction, and right at the top I see this guy telling Tyler he sucks and should die, and other horrible insults. I know it's a really small minority of my sub-base, but please refrain from ever going solo as to insult someone else because they beat the person you're rooting for. Speaking of which, I told you guys to come in with low expectations, yet after taking a peek at Bruno and Lucky's chat I saw the chat literally flooded with people spamming my name. I appreciate all the support. I mean, it's honestly surreal to see so many people rooting for me, but damn, is that a lot of pressure to have on your shoulders to not disappoint everybody. So about the stream, mine's to be specific. To all the 2,000 plus people who visited, I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate the 25% of people who stayed after I ended up losing tenfold though. I can't thank you enough for sticking around when there was really zero point to doing so. With that said, I had a great time despite starving to death throughout the whole ordeal, and I most certainly will stream on Twitch again when I have time, not just because I'm a #sellout and am greedy for donations. It's only there if you really feel like lending a helping hand. So watch out for that. Just maybe no streams for another 2 weeks or so cause I got an essay and a final to write. As for voice, well, I've already made the decision months ago to keep this channel video format as is, but if you want to see the high side of me instead of Jekyll, you can follow my Twitch stream and it'll notify you when I go live. Or you can just wait for the next Bruno and Lucky hosted tournament. Just to add, all of this footage was taken from my stream including the chat and stuff. I decided just to include the chat so you could see how heartbroken everyone was while the results were unfolding. I figured it would be a lot worse with people calling me garbage, boosted, and worse than off, because I didn't want to look at the chat during the series for my own sake. But after rewatching it certainly could have helped in some instances. More on that later. Second point of business, if overall you enjoyed the entire tournament then you have to give 99% of credit to Bruno and Lucky. They spent hours upon hours a day organizing this whole thing, making the website, scheduling the format, and everything in between, and if it weren't for these guys none of this would have even happened. So be sure to check out their channel and give them a quick thank you because they deserve it and have done a lot of help make Battles Mobile great again. Third point of business, well, let's just talk what happened after Game 1. So Tyler won obviously, but what I didn't realize until after the stream ended was how freaking genius that Cobra's strategy was. Basically, since all indoor pools games require you to boost on round 11, leaving you vulnerable to round 13 rushes, Tyler opted to use the 4th tier Cobra, the offensive push, to send Bloons 1 round earlier. Which means he has the advantage sending those grouped zebras or rainbows before a normal player could, and that obviously ends with him winning. So really, I don't think I could have done much to counter that considering I had no idea he would pull out this strategy, which leaves us to the second game where I played really terribly. I let Tyler get ahead of me in farms and that lead only grew because I kept rushing him and not getting very much out of it. Not to mention my 4th tower, Tac, which I totally could have used, but again, what the hell is wrong with me and why didn't I use it to my advantage? This is where reading the chat totally could have helped, because a few people were trying to remind me of the Blade Maelstrom, but since I wasn't looking at it, that all went to waste. Sigh. What happens happens though, and the only way to go on from here is to start practicing and learning the correct tower placements for all the maps, as well as praying for a better bracket. Oh yeah, and to add, round 13 I made a huge mistake by upgrading my Dart Monkey to a Juggernaut, while Tyler didn't upgrade his, which only further propelled his farm advantage. Even worse was I didn't even send Bloons at him to force a booster and upgrade, so again really poor play on my part, and really good on his. I think I'm just gonna end this tournament recap here. Although I didn't get the results I was hoping for, I still had a fun time interacting with you guys and also chatting with Bruno and Lucky during the final series. If only my internet wasn't so trash and didn't hinder my ability to see the game footage, which was constantly buffering. Alright, I forgot to mention, despite the loss I still have a batch of 25,000 medallions to give away. But instead of giving it to a random person in the comment section, I will once again give you an incentive to visit the Battle subreddit by choosing a random winner of everyone who comments in a Reddit thread I create, which I will link down below. I'm doing this so the comment section in this video isn't just filled with a bunch of people spamming shit just to enter. I want some high-level, rational discussion about this tournament down here. Have a Bible thump day, and don't forget to follow my Twitch.